But technology, you know, it's like I want to ask Keone or CJ, how does technology get in the way? Do you guys find that it's getting in the way of your performance? I always say that the way we get best performances out of actors in our rooms is to give them the space to do their best work. Do you feel that technology is not always allowing you to do your best work in terms of preparation or once you're in the room?
Well, I think you know, taking a bit of a long view, technology in many ways has been helpful. I mean, it used to be among agencies, you know, you had to come get your sides, and unless you were at a certain level, and then they were delivered to you, and many times the script wasn't available because the agency didn't want to make 200 copies of a script. And now, you know, with everything online, the sides are right there. The script is available virtually all the time, except for Marvel, you know. And so I think that part's very helpful. I just think you know, most of the actors certainly that I represent have a great deal of experience. So, you know, acting in front of a camera is certainly something they know how to do very well. But the actual setting up of the camera and things like that can be a bit daunting sometimes. And then also sometimes because the assumption is that an email is sent and it's instantly read, the time frame can be a little shorter, and so certainly with a number of the older actors that I represent, if I see the email and it goes out, I immediately call them to make sure they look at the email because they might not for a day or so, and that would cut into their own preparation time. But other than that, I generally finds technology is a boon to people because I think it allows them to know more, even to do just some research on the creators or the show, or to go watch an episode. You know, it was impossible 10 years ago, and now it's like just go watch a couple episodes and you'll know the tone and the style and who you're going to be acting opposite, and that's tremendously helpful.
You mentioned, which I love, is the calling. It's calling to make sure that an email has been checked. Actors, from your side, is there anything you wish we knew that would help you in terms of stuff like that, like giving a little more time if we could?
Other actors, perhaps, Keone?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. Modern technology has really... I'm sorry. Modern technology has really helped us, helped me in terms of my approach towards casting. But I'm confused that people are saying, we got to know your skill set. We got to know who you are, what you can do. I've done over 300 episodics. I've had 5 series. I've done over 50 major motion pictures. And you don't know who I am? And that's the problem. That is the problem. We're not the problem. And it comes with this. And this is my philosophy, whether you agree or not. You know, in my culture, the older you get, the more experienced you get, we respect you more. The word master, sensei, is literally translated as to one who has come before us. Now, unfortunately, and I can't tell you anything you don't already know because the level of your skill, your ability, your passion, your commitment, unfortunately, we're in a business where as that grows, your equity devalues. So that's the contradiction. And we, as seniors, have to keep fighting and making people aware of what we are, what our skill sets are. Now, I just, you know, I don't have any answers to all these little questions about breakdown casting. Everybody has been good to me. There's been problems, technical problems, yes. But the biggest thing that I care about, whether you cast me or not, is to treat me with integrity and respect as a senior and as a person of color and as a male, a man who is of color. That we have to teach these younger people who are producing and writing. We have to teach them about our status as seniors and our abilities. And when I go into an audition, that has been sort of lacking because we've been stereotyped into, like, Miss Kennedy said, cranky or whatever. We should be regarded as treasures. And we are. That's what we say in my culture. Those who come before us are treasures to us. We say takaramon, which means treasure. We are your treasures. Value us as such. And I'm sorry, that's just my opinion.
Like, I honestly...
Let me just add to that really quickly. In Spanish, when someone has reached that position, we call them maestros. So we would all be maestros and maestras.
I couldn't agree more, and I find it with the younger generation of casting professionals, the lack of attention to the history of where we have come from and the speed with which we now do business has made people forget where we came from.
Casting directors don't ask you to bring your picture and resume. Actors come into my office and say, I didn't even have one. You're the only person who's asked. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but how can I possibly want to watch your work and not see your resume? It's mind-boggling to me, and it makes me feel like a dinosaur, but damn it, I ask you to please bring me your resume.
Yeah. I mean, no. I guess my question out of it is then how do we change that? How do we put that respect for history and experience into the next generation of casting professionals? Would be my question to you.
Show this video to them.
It's exactly what I'm going to do.
I wanted to add to Keone saying that because I do agree with you, but I work with a lot of first-time filmmakers, and they have a lot riding on the film, and when we have an actor that is of a certain age, a role for them, I know I can take a leap of faith because I do know your work, and I try my best to show them your demo reel and give them the faith that listen, I know that this person can deliver, but they have a real... It's a fine line between taking that leap of faith. They want to meet you. They want to hear their words. They want to see the character come to life in the room, whether or not you've done, 300 episodes of television. So it's a fine line and a battle that we fight all the time with our collaborators, definitely.
Yeah, I will say it's that line, and then it's also for us when we do get an opportunity to really see actors who have been trained for their entire lives, and it's such a humbling experience for us. Very often when we're putting senior actors on tape in New York, it's like going to the theater. It's like a history lesson for us, And please know that we have so much respect. We have so much respect for that and that experience. It really is about passing that on and passing it on to young filmmakers. I agree with you. We hear all the time, but I've never seen them do this. And we would like to see them do this, whatever this is, because they haven't done it. And if they haven't, it's hard for us to say, well, we don't have that tape, or, and we do. It's a fine line that we have to tread sometimes, so. CJ, you mentioned being a young senior in the business. Tell us more about that.
Okay, let me just back up. Okay. Woo! Okay, you're ready. Okay, the interpreter's ready. Okay. So basically, I work with a variety of people. I like to work with a variety of people, and the reason why is because they feed me creatively. I get to see my creativity within any age. And so I get to see that idea grow and be able to collaborate with people. So I see that within my own self, being involved with writing, acting, You know, we get to sit down, we get to have workshops, and we're just very much actively being able to forget about age. So we look at the character, and it doesn't matter what or who that character is. The key is to collaborate, is to have an ecosystem working together. And within that ecosystem, we help to bring people together. So it doesn't matter what color you are, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter where you're from. It's about feeding each other. You know, a role for older people, a role for middle age, a role for a younger person, for a baby, or whatever it may be. So it doesn't matter. So I just believe that, you know, limiting ourselves or capping ourselves at a level, you know, we have to teach different people to think bigger, to really open up our minds and to share ideas, that we all have something to share and give. And every day, every single day, we work on our dreams, we work on our acting.